going on, everybody, and welcome back for a new video. This right here is the 220 efficiency nuke, so let's go straight into it. Now we're reaching the end of, well, almost the end of these efficiency nukes, and they're getting pretty damn big. But before we talk anymore, let's go ahead and see it shoot. And the platform is built at Y220. Let me go ahead and take up the course right here, Y220. Try not to build it higher than that, and you might be able to do it a few blocks higher than that, but try not to do that. Now, it does nuke from 226 to Y0. Let's go ahead and have a look at that as well. So here comes the stack, here comes the nuke, and it nukes all the way down. So it should leave a pretty big hole for you guys. Now, the cannons are getting very big. And of course, it's going to cost a lot of TNT to do this, but not as much TNT if you were to actually use another nuke way, like double pulsing a hammer. So it's still somehow more cost efficient to nuke this way than the other way. There's even a way to do this even cheaper, but for now we're gonna use this one. Now we're using a dual sand compression, meaning that you'll be able to stack this as high as possible. So in this case, you'll be able to stack this to 255. This repeater right here makes sure that the piston closes when there's enough sand. What I do is that I simply just move this back if I need less TNT, and move this forward if I need more TNT, and that way I can regulate it to minimize the sand loss whenever you shoot. This is a pretty good way to kind of keep that up. But that's basically the sand compression. It's one push. It works on all servers. Well, mostly all servers. I see this comp here actually working better than some sand compressions out there, because we are not using any comparators to make pulses, and we're not pushing the pistons a lot, meaning that servers that has a pulse limit or a piston limit won't be allowed to have any other chunks, and basically this one, pretty much. So this comp here, sand compression here is a good all the way around sand compression, and that's basically why I used it. Now going over to the cannon, we have this right here, which is, here we go, 13 long, and we have it. Let me have a look. We have it 13 high, so it's pretty much enough TNT to shoot around 27 chunks, and will still efficiency nuke at that point. Not that you have to go so far. I do recommend that if you're only gonna wanna go like 20 chunks, that you limit the power. Of course, this right here is just kind of a showcase how high it goes. But if you want to go maybe only 20 chunks, of course you can limit this power here a lot. So there's no need to use all of this power at all. The same goes with the slab bust. The slab bust is kind of big, and I did that because a lot of people try to stop nukers with adding a ton of slabs down at their wall, because that's basically the only way you can stop them. And of course you could add filters and stuff like that or whatever, but many people choose to use slabs and just add a fuck ton of slabs. So this is why I have this big slab bust right here. Of course you don't need to use all this slab bust. You could disable two lines of this and it will still work perfectly. So just keep that in mind whenever you shoot the cannon, and if you don't have the necessary TNT to nuke, then just try to limit the power on the slab bust a little bit and you should be good to go. Now coming over to the hammer, we have it 16 long, and of course it takes a 3x booster to manage that. I choose to make it on the side instead of on top of it. I don't know if it was the right decision. We do create this block right here that has to stop the redstone right here, and of course if you don't like that, you can move the booster up, but it will just create even like one. You'll have to make it one or two more wide, or two more long, that you don't really need. So I just choose to do it like this to kind of help save a little bit of space, because they are getting pretty big and I don't want it to put up too much space, so I choose to do it like this. And it worked out so far. I haven't really got too many complaints about it. Some says that I should move it up here to prevent this little thing right here, but I don't know about that. If you guys want it, you can write a comment down below and I'll do it for you and release it. but this here, this works. It works pretty well as well. Going over to the nukes, both the hammer, second hammer is down here, and we are going over to the efficiency nuke, or the nuke was right here. So the way it works is that you have your second hammer and your nuke going off at the exact same time, or you won't be able to get this tunnel effect the same way if you like to make a tunnel and you want to tunnel to a lot of blocks, they're like straight. It's basically the same system right here. We have the hammer, which is over there, the nuke right here, and it basically goes off in a way that's so close to each other you get this tunnel effect. The same with the slap burst, you have that as a tunnel effect as well. So now that we got that on place, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about how you make it fusion. How you make it efficiency nuke. Well, we could make a fusion, but let's not go in there yet. To make it nuke. So to make it nuke, you need to make sure that all your sand have fallen before your nuke goes off, and you do that because something called order of entities. Order of entities is basically what makes sure that whatever you activate first, basically explode first or move first. So of course when we activate all the sand first, we make sure that all the sand is stacking before this TNT here is moving anywhere. And I got this question a lot, and that's because it's under the same guider as the sand. It comes in right here, goes in with the sand right here, and that's pretty much it, and then it goes out. So in theory, if everything was correct, then the nuke should have been nuked down or been hammered down by the hammer. Sorry. But in this case it doesn't, because of the order of entities. All the sand is activating first, meaning the nuke will also stack on top of the sand because this activated first. Now if we did it the other way around, let's say that we activated the nuke first and we took all the sand down afterwards, the nuke will be at the bottom. It will be at bedrock, and all this sand will be stacked on top of it. And that's because order of entities. I hope that it helped a little bit with you guys as trying to make your own efficiency nuke. I might do a video about it. If you want me to do that, leave a comment down below, or message me in game as you normally would. But that's basically how all this efficiency nuke here works. It gets a little bit tricky when we're using a one push because you need more sand. Because you need to activate all your sand into the cobweb before the nuke goes off, you're gonna have a problem, because this right here, this is a one push, meaning that, let's see if we can go ahead and take it out a little bit more here, meaning that this right here is basically what it looks like. So this right here is basically like that. Let's go ahead and put that. So this right here is the outcut from it. Oops. And this is basically how it looks like. So when you do it like that. Boom, boom. As you can see right there, it pushes out twice. Probably better see it from this side right here. Now when you do that, you would have your cobweb right here. You would have your sand falling. And now I'm just going to do something. I'm going to have it over here. It's going to look something like that. And then we have these pistons over here, holding up the sand. It's basically what the same this is right here. Then if we add sand. Oops, we forgot about one thing though. We need to move this one back. Gosh dang it. gosh dang it. What we need to make sure of is that, of course, that we need some sand in here. Because this is a full block, it's getting pushed out. So it's gonna look something like that. Oh shit, did I break it instead? Alright, well, that's perfect. So that's how it looks like. And of course this right here is your one push sand. This right here is what falls down. So when it falls down into that wasn't healthy. Okay, great. So when it does is that when it pushes this down, it's gonna wait in there, and then the one push is pushing all of it out in one push. So in that conclusion means that at this sand right here, which is this one right here. Oh no, wait. This one right here, sorry. And this one right here is getting pushed out just before the sand TNT blows up, meaning that you can't order of entity the one push sand, which is right here. So what you need to do is that you need to make more sand fall. Actually, you need to make so this is a 220, right? So these two sides here together is 26 sands. So you need 220 plus 26, because you can't count this as an odd-off entity. And I get this question on why doesn't my efficiency nuke not work? The nuke goes halfway into the sand comp. Well, this is probably why when you're using a one push, that's mostly right. But that's basically the 220 efficiency nuke. Pretty damn well. Like 27 chunks is a good reach for the max as well. And of course, you could go even higher. You can go as high as you want, pretty much, if you just add enough hammer or sorry power. But as I said before, you can go ahead and you can take this up, 255 up, and you can shoot as many times as you want. Now it goes under a normal guider, meaning that if you're facing filters, I had a comment saying that, like, what if I face filters? Well, if you face filters, it's going to be the exact same. You'll see the filter. Now I'm not gonna do it out there. I'm just gonna do it in here. You'll see the filter looks something like this, right? And then of course you're gonna have it something similar to this. So this is probably what it's gonna look like, right? Or is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it. No, it's not. This is what it's gonna look like. So you're gonna have your folder right here, and then of course 2 down. You're gonna have it 1 more, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you got the drill, right? You got the drill on how all this works. So when you have these, I did it wrong again. Fucking hell, heck with. This is how it works. There we go. And it goes 2. This goes 2 down. This one go 2 down, and you can continue. But that's how the filter. That's how folders are made. Now, if you have the folders this way, it's going to be the exact same. Just because it's efficiency nuke doesn't change how you go to filters. You can disable the efficiency nuke by taking this one here off like that, and you can take this one here off like that, or you could even just like take one of the repeaters away. And when that is off, then of course you will be able to use it as a completely normal cannon. Or all you need is to have a scatter. You can either choose between having it right here, as I have on some of them, or you can just choose to use this one here as a scatter. This one here probably works better as a scatter, to be honest. But what that gives you is a normal cannon, and then whenever you have to cannon filters, you do it the normal way, you know. So you see the hammer goes on top here, the sand goes under, so you need to add a slap guider to make the sand and the hammer fall into the same block. It's gonna do whatever, you know, all that shit that you probably already know. So if it is a nuke, it doesn't change the way you rate filters or whatsoever. So you can go ahead and you can rate filters as you normally would, and you have enough power right here if you choose to go with so much power to not dip as well. So you're pretty much good to go. But that is basically the efficiency nuke. I hope you guys enjoyed this video here, and if you do, remember to like this video here, comment down below if you have any suggestions, questions, whatsoever. And as always guys, remember to subscribe to my channel. My name is Dexter, and I'm out.